obviously it's an arm of the canal. Oh, is that the arm that goes into Runcorn? I need to look that up later. I remember there being a turn off and me looking at it thinking I'm definitely not going down that one. Yeah, that's the arm of the Bridgewater that runs into Runcorn. So, no chance. No. But I can basically stop anywhere now. I'm sort of just looking out for a quiet spot, but not so quiet that there might, you know, the local axe murderers might be tempted to hang out there. Wherever it is, I'll be staying on mooring pins, so that's not fantastic, but you know, it had to come, you know, the day had to come when I would lose my lovely arm coat. I used mooring pins when I first got the boat, with, to be honest, very variable results. I even tried, right, I thought I was leather clogs, and I tried, you know those things they use to hold a dog lead and it's just a screw in, you know, because if it can hold a bounding Rottweiler, can it hold a bound? Anyway, if it can, then, you know, it could probably hold the boat. And in the morning the thing was bent, so the principle was sound of a spiral entry, but the metal was too thin. I've got the thing, see, I thought it was a stroke of genius, but not so much. But anyway, so I've got now, I'm on pins. I'm on pins because I'm on pins tonight, and I think it's going to be a couple of days. I think Richard's planning on staying. There's a big water tower or Colosseum type construction. I don't know if the camera's going to show it, but look across like a broad valley there. Are they water towers, those? There's something sort of reminds me of that in the little town of Oban in Scotland above the town, but that's a Victorian folly. That won't be a folly. That'll be something, that'll have some utility to it, that building. I have no doubt at all. Not a boat in sight though. And I've heard other people say that as well. And I'll tell you something else that's happening. The wind is coming across from my right. But the answer to having the wind coming across is you have to get a bit more speed on. I mean, within limits, you know what I mean? Within reason. There is a boat moored up ahead. Is he moored? He's standing on the stern. Let's see what's going on, I don't know. He's standing on the stern like he's getting ready to go, but he can't be getting ready to go because his dog's hanging about. Anyway, this canal's quite broad. Again, another thing I've heard and seen, because I've watched a couple of YouTube vlogs of it. I always look at them, but one of the things I'm looking for, you know, scenery, yeah, brilliant, but is there arm coat? Where can I moor conveniently and easily with arm coat or rings? I'm all about the arm coat. And it's interesting as well that he's moored here. At least I find it interesting because it is quite an isolated place, this. I feel like we're out of screaming range. Now, that's happened to me. I've done that before and survived. Could be a holiday boat, I don't know. Citizens boats. Hey mate, right. Nice day for it.
Alright, isn't it?
Yeah. Doesn't it just?
Yeah.
Right, now, what's happening here, right? What's happening? There's a really nice lad there. From his accent, a fellow Liverpoolian. But, you know, really friendly. But this is all very, very nice. Nice, I like. And also, little meadowy thingy up there. Like my mate's moored up, but stopped. You alright, mate? Oh, you let it cool down? Do you know what you could do, mate? Run the hot water tap. Run the hot water tap. Yeah, if it overheats next time. But yeah, you take care, mate. Looks familiar. It looks familiar from a YouTube vlog. It's a lovely little place to stay. And I think maybe that's why he's had to stop. We're right into the wind on this section, and I'm not getting much speed. So if he's struggling and thrashing it a bit to keep his speed up, that's why he's overheating and he's stopped. Hiya. No, he was actually okay. That lad was just no problem at all. Sometimes when you see a youngster walking towards you, and I sound like such an old fogey, don't I? When you see a youngster walking towards you in the sort of distance, you're not quite sure what type it's going to be. Listen to me, like I'm talking about a species. It's unusual terrain. It looks like some kind of industrial places of employment, shall we say. But on the left, it's just wide open fields. George Gleaves Bridge. So unlike CRT, who just have numbers, this bridge is not a number. It has a name, and it is not number 6. Do you know, I'm sure I've seen that joke on a YouTube vlog recently. I'm recycling jokes off YouTube. I thought it just occurred to me, and I don't think it did. Anyway. Enough of your bloody rabbit, mate. Over here, look, they are building houses, and why indeed should they not do that very thing? Over there, they have already built houses, and jolly nice ones, and they have also created fields, which is jolly good of them. There's a giant tower construction, which will have some industrial purpose, obviously. I feel like we're on the approaches to Warrington, sort of between Runcorn and Warrington, which sounds awful, you know, when said like that. But it's very nice. But it is very strange to go so long and not see a single moored boat. Well, we did, the Liverpudlian lad. Normally in a nice location like this on CRT waters, you would see a couple of boats knocking it, except in winter you wouldn't see so many. This is fairly isolated though, actually. Is there a house there? There's a house there. A couple of houses in the trees. About 300 yards away on my right. There's really nothing else. But look, I don't know what they're building there, but they're all... Oh, that's it. Big square building. They're all big square buildings, aren't they now? No public access, no mooring, no fishing. This is the kind of message you get from a James Bond villain's lair, isn't it? You know, just don't even think about it. Well, do you know what? Screw you guys. Yeah, so that's obviously officers. So I'm playing this game again, you know, this kind of spot what the building's used for game. Because, you know, what am I going to do? I'm cruising on it now. So I've sort of got to, you know, don't shoot the messenger. Still not figured out what that tower's for though. Like, that's not just like communications, or that's got more going on, clearly got more going on. It looks functional. If I can be bothered, I'll look it up and stick it on the screen. So you shall be educated like myself. For I know not the purpose of these buildings. I sound a bit Laurence Olivier, do I? I probably don't. Now is the winter of our discontent, made glorious summer by the son of York. God, I heard that. York, I heard. See now, look, come on. That's a canteen, isn't it? That's got to be a canteen. So whatever the rest of the thing is, that's where they have their scoff. Surely. And jolly nice. On a nice day, you know, what a lovely place to come out with your work colleagues and have a bit of scoff. Maybe it's a college because there's a kid. Green Zone, the Innovation Centre. Right, okay. It's an innovation centre. I don't know. Now, so we're just passing under a very busy A road. Very, very busy. And I need to watch the back. At least we're not bumping into everything like I was in the winter. Feels funny to say the winter like it's gone. I mean, it's gone, but you know, that formal recognition. It's 20th of April, I think, today. It's definitely over. Ooh, now then. Where are we going to stop? So we're getting dog walkers here. So this is within reach of Wellings. So mixed blessed perhaps. Down there. Hiya. Don't do it. What are they called? Golden retriever type, but a bit more stocky. But they have that way about them. They're just irresistible. They're just lovely, with a big tongue hanging out and the enthusiasm. They lope around. They're just such lovely dogs. You can see why people fall in love with big, big clumsy, silly dogs. You can just see it because they're just lovely. So over there, right, we've got farmland and they're busy spreading muck. So that's where the smells are all coming from. By the way, sorry, I was talking about how badly the canal smelled. It distressed me so much that I mentioned it to a guy who appeared to be working in some capacity. He looked puzzled, and then he said, oh, they're spreading manure over on the fields a little bit behind. But it must be the time of year because obviously there's guys in this field spreading muck as well. So they're all at it. They're all throwing shit everywhere. Sorry for the gratuitous language, but that is what they're doing. No, joking aside, right, what a job to be 20 yards away from a massive pile of 6-month-old cow shit. That stinks, because I could smell it from 300-400 yards away without a sense of smell. So hats off to the blokes, I tell you, honestly, heroes. Yeah, so it's a jolly nice. This is nice canal. I like. Who's that thing I'm doing the terrible impression of? Is it Borat? Yeah, Borat. Like, it's probably the easiest impersonation to do, and I still know. So this is lovely. I will give you a sort of a quick 360. So over there, farmers are spreading shite. Lovely. But interestingly, over here, some sort of paddocks So clearly, one imagines, well, there's a horse there, so yeah, clearly a place of horsery. You know what, I feel like I could stop here and not get axe murdered. I think this would be pretty safe, I feel. But because there's no boat, it's a funny thing, right, but because there's no boats around, you almost feel like, well, am I allowed to? Like, you're definitely allowed to, unless it says don't, which obviously on those hostile, you know, James Bond villain buildings, wherever they are, they're not having any boat stop. But on the towpath side, I'm pretty sure the rules are Bridgewater, make yourself at home, you know. I think maybe get past these dwellings here, and in the next open space maybe look for a place to stop. Guy on a push bike with panniers approaching from the rear. Let us see what he wants. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm doing this strange voices then. Anyway, let's see what he wants. Not see what he wants, I know he doesn't want anything, but what he's doing. He could be a cycle tourist, right? So that's interesting. I mean, is it? To me, it's interesting. I'm saying I'm never going to assume that you're going to actually find it interesting. You know what I mean? I'm not under any illusions. We are now about 2 miles as the crow flies to Thorn Marine. Okay, I believe in about half a mile. In half a mile, there is a chance to stop, and it's nice and rural. So that's what I'm going to do. All right, lads.
Still got your light on.
Nice one. Still got my tunnel light on. Hey, look. There's a GRP boat, and with two young gentlemen, two young rapscallions aboard, drinking lager, of all things, in broad daylight. Damn their eyes. Right, there's boats moored up on the right, so I will just rein in the revs a little bit, because I don't want to cause alarm. This is an interesting little set of moorings here. You ought to see this. Look. Some interesting little boats. A camper van. Who doesn't want a camper van in their life? And a couple of interesting little boats. I say interesting, you know, just varied. Like your trad thing there with all the sort of flag trade names on it from companies who ceased trading 80 years ago. Right, there is a shop. So, if I needed provisions of any sort, I could repair thence to procure them. That GRP boat appeared out of there, so I've got to be on my toes here. These guys obviously get a bit of speed on, which fair enough, you know, the canal's empty, but the GRPs probably get a bit of speed on. And this is the village of Moor, about which I cannot manufacture a pun. I'm sorry, I'm empty.